Hey everyone, I'm Charlie and I'm joined here today by an absolutely lovely local darling, Dublin Rose. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Pretty good. We're getting there. Now, you have recently released your latest single, For What? Can I just say, whoa, this song kind of felt like a punch in the gut. It was a bit like, oh, Foolish One by Taylor Swift. I got a
Thank
lot of those vibes, a little like an anti-Valentine's Day message in this time of the year. Can you tell us a little bit about the story behind the song and the inspiration behind this little moody track?
Yes, I think it's the most dramatic track I've ever written. And actually wrote it back in 2023 when I was going through like a complicated situationship and I had no idea what was going on between us and it was all just a big, big mess. And then I wrote this song and yeah, it made me feel a lot better, I'd say.
Yeah. And something that really stands out about For What, when you add it into your discography, it's a little bit darker, a little bit of a new sound from you. Did you always know you wanted to step into this side and channel these emotions, or did that just come about?
I'd say it definitely just came about. Funnily enough, people always often refer to my music as very like happy and like hee hee, But this song is more like angsty girl, sad girl.
Hmm.
And I like that. I like to show like the diversity of my songwriting, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. It's showing your versatility. And another thing that really stands out about the track, I'm listening to it, I just get sucked in. I don't know if anyone else has told you this yet, but it's a bit of a vortex, a bit of like when you're in it, it's on repeat. I'm
My
loving it.
friend My friend Joe gave me the best compliment where he said he's also a producer and a musician. He was like, at first I was listening to the mix, like, analyzing everything, and then he just forgot about analyzing it because he got so entrapped in the song, which made me happy.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I'm like, saw on my social, I'm like, okay, Dublin Rose song out today, gonna listen to it, and I'm like, I'm not even here to listen to the new Dublin Rose song. I've just like discovered my new favorite track to have on repeat. It's like an instant classic, and I am not just saying that.
Yeah, I imagined not when I was writing it, but when I was recording it, I was like, what kind of vibe should this go in? And I was like, 90s sort of rock ballad-esque.
Yeah, that makes sense now because if you see half the CDs behind me, that's exactly what they are.
Ah, that makes sense.
And yeah, I've seen a lot of people in my social networks sharing your song, loving your song, and you have proven to have quite an audience of supportive followers. Just last year, you won the People's Choice Award at the Cube Effect, just proving how many people love your music. How does that feel to look back and see these songs you've written in your bedroom, experiences you've been through, actually being enjoyed and amplified and shared by so many people?
It's people are so kind to me. It's incredible. And I feel like each people from primary school are still supporting my music, teachers from high school and all that sort of thing. And it's just like, wow, like I don't know, at first I was like, how am I gonna do this? But people being supportive like that, even if it's a small audience overall, makes it feel so worth it. So every person counts, and yeah, I don't even know how I managed to get so many supportive followers and friends, but I'm very lucky.
Yeah, absolutely. And from that experience, would you then have any words of advice to a newer artist or someone sitting on a few songs they're yet to release on how to start growing their audience and getting people to listen to their music?
Well, I would say the main thing that grew my audience at first was definitely just playing gigs. Like, I just loved playing gigs and I just chat to anyone who showed interest in my music. And also showing up to other artist gigs, like just making friends and networking is, firstly, it's fun, and then people remember you, I'd say. And then as of recently, I've been trying to push that content and do all that, but I guess I'd recommend it, but it's not as enjoyable as going out, finding new people and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Tap into the actual local scene above trying to do that social media grind.
Yep.
Absolutely. And for your fans who are now like either loving you for ages, listening to all your tracks, or have just stumbled upon this new song and are like, oh my God, I need to get around Dublin Rose. What is this? I need more. How would you suggest we can support you and get more people to listen to your music?
Wow. I would say it would mean the world if you followed me on Spotify or followed me literally anywhere, like on Instagram, Facebook, and I don't know, just comment, just come to a show. I'm playing a launch show tomorrow at the Bright Side, but this interview will be way later than this, but
Build a
just show
time
up.
machine, get to that show.
But yeah, just buy tickets in advance is another thing. Like if you know you want to go to a show, buy that ticket as soon as you see the link come out, because it's so much more reassuring for artists. And any little thing, just say good job.
Absolutely. I 100% second that. There's so many people, like I see a lot on TikTok, people like, oh, I'm too scared to like go stand at the front and dance because that's cringy, or I don't want to comment because what if my friends see it? Absolutely not. It is the best thing for artists to see. Would you agree?
Yeah. You are the prime example of the best, most supportive person. Like, comment on anyone's Instagram post. Literally just say Slay Queen or iconic, and it just makes you feel so much better about yourself. Like, I don't know, when I put up a video, I get so nervous and I just like throw my phone away. But then when I come back and someone like you says, girl, you are killing it, I go, okay, I'm doing okay. So yeah.
Just like a simple like share to your story, send it to your group chats, add to your playlist. These things take seconds, people.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Absolutely. And speaking of that socials content, recently I stumbled upon this amazing video. You were unpacking some merch, some tote bags, t-shirts. They look amazing. If we're loving Dublin Rose, we want to get a Dublin Rose t-shirt, maybe a tote bag. How can we do that? How can we give you some money to show we love your music?
Well, I'm selling them for the first time tomorrow at the Bright Side, but then I'm hoping to get up some sort of online website. So if you want it, you can get it, but I'll update you, or check out my Instagram and you'll find out. But this is my first merch I've ever done in my life, and it feels so exciting. And because of the People's Choice Award thing, I won a $500 Silk and Squeege screen printing voucher. So that's where it's from. Silk and Squeege are based in Brisbane, and they did the most amazing job with the shirts and the totes.
Absolutely. Support your local like manufacturers and companies. Support your local music. Get an amazing new shirt or bag or both.
Thank you.
And what would you say then for people who are wearing these shirts, getting these totes out in public?
Ooh.
What would you do if you saw someone walk past you in a Dublin Rose shirt? Would you freak out, or would you be too shy to say hello?
I would freak out. And I'd say, oh my God, can I get a selfie with you?
They'd probably be like, who are you?
Yeah. And then I'd probably make a collage of all the people that have my shirt and just look at it at night and feel like so happy.
I love that. Okay, buy a shirt if you want to end up in the Dublin Rose scrapbook. I will keep that in mind. Now, I'd love to finish off with my absolute favorite question. It's a big one. Which local musicians, whether Meanjin based, Australia-wide, have you been listening to and loving lately?
Oh my gosh. I have so many friends in the Brisbane music scene that are so talented. I'll just name a few. Firstly, Hicktown Barnaby. They are one of my favorite bands, and they just released an album called Crusher, and I swear I listen to the whole thing at least once a week. So check out Hicktown Barnaby. Serendipity is an amazing folk fairy girl artist who's so dreamy, and you'll just fall in love with her. Myra is an amazing pop girly princess rock sort of chick, and she's awesome. Oh gosh, there's so many people. Oh, who else? I love Platonic Sex as well. They're getting pretty big, which is so exciting for them. Oh, there's too many going in my brain, but support all of your local artists, I'd say.
Mhm.
But yeah, those are some
And
of some names I just thought of.
and that's also an amazing picture of even just a glimpse at our local scene. All of those
Mm.
names, I'm predicting it now, I'm calling it now. In 5 years, we're going to look back on this video and be like, how did we just predict all the next winners of the ARIA Awards? How did we predict the next, like,
I did.
internationally famous superstars? Because there is such a wealth of talent happening in our own backyards. Get out there, get to a gig because, yeah, I've said it. These are our next award winning artists.
I agree. It's so exciting. Every single year, I see like people progressing and like even myself, like we're all growing and
Mm.
growing, and it just feels so amazing and exciting.
Yeah,
Like
and
we can get there if you never give up, you know?
exactly. And you see things like the Queensland Music Award, like the album voting came out the other day, and I'm scrolling through the list and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love so many of these artists, so many amazing people who should be on an international level. They should be up there with the Sabrina Carpenters and the Chapel Roans. For some reason they're not, but it's your chance to get in there first.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your artist, sharing the song story. Yeah, check out Dublin Rose if you haven't already, because I've had the song on repeat. Check out this song, you will love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Charlie. This was fun.